An octopus is a soft-bodied, 8-limbed mollusk of the order Octopoda. The order consists of some 300 species and is grouped within the class Cephalopoda with squids, cuttlefish, and nautiloids. Like other cephalopods, an octopus is bilaterally symmetric with 2 eyes and a beaked mouth at the center point of the 8 limbs. The soft body can radically alter its shape, enabling octopuses to squeeze through small gaps. They trail their 8 appendages behind them as they swim. The siphon is used both for respiration and for locomotion, by expelling a jet of water. Octopuses have a complex nervous system and excellent sight, and are among the most intelligent and behaviorally diverse of all invertebrates. Octopuses inhabit various regions of the ocean, including coral reefs, pelagic waters, and the seabed. Some live in the intertidal zone and others at abyssal depths. Most species grow quickly, mature early, and are short-lived. In most species, the male uses a specially adapted arm to deliver a bundle of sperm directly into the female's mantle cavity, after which he becomes senescent and dies, while the female deposits fertilized eggs in a den and cares for them until they hatch, after which she also dies. Strategies to defend themselves against predators include the expulsion of ink, the use of camouflage and threat displays, the ability to jet quickly through the water and hide, and even deceit. All octopuses are venomous, but only the blue-ringed octopuses are known to be deadly to humans. Octopuses appear in mythology as sea monsters like the Kraken of Norway and the Akorokamui of the Ainu, and possibly the Gorgon of ancient Greece. A battle with an octopus appears in Victor Hugo's book Toilers of the Sea, inspiring other works such as Ian Fleming's Octopussy. Octopuses appear in Japanese erotic art, shunga. They are eaten and considered a delicacy by humans in many parts of the world, especially the Mediterranean and the Asian seas. Octopus caught in Hokkaido is mainly water octopus, the largest octopus species in the world. A large one can weigh from 30 to 40 kilograms. The Toi area on the east coast of Hakodate City is one of Hokkaido's top producers of octopus. Following summer kelp fishing and late fall yellowtail fishing, fishermen head out to sea in search of octopus. Toi octopus is known for its tender meat and is highly appreciated in the market. In this area, fishing is prohibited during the summer spawning period and the fishing season lasts from October to July of the following year. High season is from December to February. Using a unique device called fishing, they drag bitten octopuses onto hooks. This type of octopus often has many different names depending on its gender and size, and in the Toi region, large male octopuses with soft flesh are transported as Mizudako. Octopus small male octopuses and female octopuses are called octopuses. There is a separate species called octopuses. After catching the octopuses, they are immediately placed one by one in a mesh bag, soaked in seawater and transported to the fishing port, then put straight into the cage. They are transported alive to the processors. You can use not only the legs but also the head and internal organs in many different dishes. Octopus has a different texture and flavor than Honshu's Pacific octopus and is a valuable ingredient. It can be used in many different ways, not just for sashimi or vinegar dishes. Crispy fried and soft-boiled chicken feet are standard dishes at izakaya restaurants. It is also delicious added to curries as a meat substitute. Shabu shabu is a delicious dish unique to Mizudako. When fresh, slice the frozen octopus legs thinly and soak in hot water. Additionally, the part called the head is actually the body of an octopus. There is also boiled meat here, which when processed into sashimi has a sweet taste and is very easy to eat. In addition, the internal organs inside the octopus's body are also known as tools, and are very suitable for preparing hearty hot pot dishes. Ovaries and milk are highly valued in the market. Octopus is a wonderful ingredient that can be used throughout the body without wasting any waste. Fishermen in this area have a tradition of giving octopuses as gifts for the new year and are highly appreciated. Toi's octopus can be eaten as delicious sashimi, but the octopus shabu that you enjoy with soup made from Toi's specialty Hakodate makonbu is more special. Asari is used for octopus fishing. It's a flower ornament-like device attached to the end of a string extending from a floating balloon, and it stands out even in dark waters, attracting the octopus's attention. The processor cuts the octopus into parts such as legs and head, some of which are processed into boiled octopus. Octopus meat boiled in salt looks tight and hard, but when eaten, it is very soft. Colorful manholes with funny octopus designs are only installed in this area. The design is based on Octopus, the typical image of Toi District. The page introduces manhole to Octopus-chan. The design is based on Octopus-chan, the character image of Toi District. Go to the Octopus-chan introduction. Freshness is key with octopus. To transport live fish to port, ships are always equipped with water tanks. Octopus suction cups are quite difficult to remove once they are stuck. Because the octopus was very active, they carefully threw it into the ocean so that its sucker wouldn't get stuck. Some fishermen laughed so hard when they got stuck on the roof of the fish tank and couldn't get it out no matter what they tried. Sawyer Port is busy with fishing boats going back and forth to catch octopus starting in April. Fishing for Asari octopus involves tying a rake-like Asari to a barrel that serves as a buoy and letting it drift out to sea. This is a method in which the octopus is captured and pulled up using a submerged buoy as a signal. The experience and skill of the fisherman is very important because the fisherman must clearly understand the current and the fishing ground before casting bait. There are only two main rules when fishing for octopus. Final return time and number of saris are limited to 20. Some ships leave port and return within 3 to 4 hours, while others operate until late in the evening. The number of fish caught varies significantly as it depends on the skill of the fisherman. Octopus fishermen are individual players. The ships that left the port at dawn began to return to the port one after another from about 7 o'clock. You can almost hear the fishermen shouting, "Let's go," as the large octopuses flew by one after another. If the octopus weighs less than 2.5 kilograms, it must be released back into the sea, so all octopuses are quite large. The fisherman said, "The ocean in Sawyer has strong currents, so the octopuses caught here are very hunting and lively." When I heard about this, I happened to look into the aquarium and found an octopus that had run away with its sucker. It seems that octopuses often escape. As I was admiring the octopus's ability to move, a fisherman grilled a freshly caught octopus on the grill and gave it to me. The octopus, lightly seasoned with salt and pepper, was surprisingly sweet and chewy, but still tender enough to bite into easily. It has a texture and flavor that can only be obtained raw. Mizudako made landfall in the Sea of Japan, Tsugaru Strait and the Pacific Ocean. They are one of the largest octopuses in the world, reaching up to 5 meters in length and weighing 30 kilograms. The meat is tender, moist and sweet. In Aomori Prefecture, male octopuses are called Mizudako, and female octopuses are called Madako. The main methods of catching octopus are barrel fishing, cage octopus fishing and box octopus fishing. When I visited the Wild Cat Fisheries Cooperative Association in Higashitori village on the eastern Shimokita Peninsula, I saw boats lined up one after another after fishing at the fishing port. Wild Cattle Fishing Cooperative in Higashitori Mizudako village. Octopus is caught year-round except for the closed fishing season from July to October. There are 3 main fishing methods. cage fishing, octopus cage fishing, and fishing with an octopus box. Everyone uses their own ideas when fishing, said Minoru Abiko, head of the General Department of the Fisheries Association. Taru Nagashi Ryo is a fishing method in which a barrel-shaped float is connected to a fork-shaped hook or rod to catch fish using the tidal current. Adjust the length of the rope according to the water depth and drop the clam to the seabed. The water octopus tends to jump on anyone who encroaches on its territory, so if the octopus is caught, the float will sink. Taking that as a signal, the device is pulled out. Taru Nagashi fishing is a fishing method that requires the experience and skill of the fisherman, as it is necessary to monitor the fishing grounds and the tides to set the right bait, says Abiko. Basket baiting is a fishing method in which cedar leaves and fish as food for the octopus are placed in a basket to lure the octopus. Additionally, octopus box fishing takes advantage of the fact that octopuses like dark places and fishes by sinking octopus boxes into spots where octopuses congregate. Takashi Mikuni, a fisherman who uses the basket octopus fishing method, said, "Whether the octopus falls into the basket or not depends on the intuition and experience of the fisherman, the rest depends on luck." Premium octopus grown on scallops grown on the ground. Higashidori village is also famous for its large sotokaimaki scallops. The seafood cooperative releases young scallops into the Tsugaru Strait fishing grounds off Higashidori village, where they are raised under natural conditions for about 3 years. Jamaki scallops grown in the Tsugaru Strait, where ocean currents flow rapidly, have a muscular body, unlike farmed scallops. The size of the scallops is very large, the meat is firm and has a sweet taste. Also, because the ocean floor is full of sand, they have muscular bodies, don't have many kimonos, and beautiful seashells. Having finished speaking, Abiko showed me a shell of large sotokaimaki scallop. Octopuses are often found in land-based scallop fisheries, and when you catch them you often see them holding scallops. Because they grow on scallops for food, octopuses in this region are said to be especially sweet and delicious. That's right, Mikuni said. Showed me the octopus he had just caught. At this size, it weighs about 20 kilograms. Then an auction will be held and it will be transported alive. According to fishermen and fishermen association staff, octopus can be eaten in many delicious ways other than sashimi. The recommended dish is octopus shabu. We recommend skinning and thinly slicing the octopus, dipping it in a pot of hot water, and enjoying it simply with ponzu sauce. The trick to cutting octopus thinly and evenly is to cut the legs of the octopus after it has been frozen and partially thawed. It is said that by doing so, the knife will penetrate cleanly. It is also said that it is delicious to eat thinly sliced octopus legs by frying them in a pan without oil and seasoning with salt and pepper. Octopus miso kayaki is made by adding skin on octopus, tofu, green onions, etc. into miso soup made from dried sardines and seasoned with eggs. Depending on the household, there are different types of toppings, and some people even serve it with plain miso instead of adding eggs, but it is said that it is necessary to cook it with the shell on because it makes a delicious broth. It is also Octopus is an important marine resource in Hokkaido. It can be caught from the intertidal zone near the coast to offshore at depths of up to 200 meters by barrel fishing, hollow lines and box fishing. The annual catch in Hokkaido is about 20,000 tons and the annual catch is 7 billion yen. Octopus fishing has so far been relatively stable, but extremely poor catches have continued for the past 7 or 8 years on the Japanese coast, and some fishermen have stopped fishing for octopus. In Hokkaido, fishing for octopus weighing less than 2 to 3 kilograms is managed in an effort to restore the stock. Sano and his colleagues aim to create an advanced resource management system by identifying seasonal octopus migration and breeding sites. Aquatic octopuses are hermaphrodites and are believed to participate in reproduction once in their lifetime, before the end of their life cycle. Tens of thousands of eggs are laid on rocky reefs from June to July and protected by the mother octopus. They hatch around January the following year, becoming floating jellyfish-like larvae about 1 centimeter long. The octopus begins crawling on the ocean floor around April and matures, but the mother octopus dies after observing the hatching process. Males also die after mating, and both sexes have a lifespan of 4 to 5 years, with a maximum of 6 to 7 years. The 256 captured octopuses were tracked with tags that could record seawater temperature. Analysis of 16 fish picked up showed that, from autumn to early summer, they live along the shore, where seaweed grows, and there are many benthic creatures such as shrimp and crabs for food, and when seawater temperatures increase above 20 degrees Celsius in summer, they migrate to deep offshore areas. Even though there is less food offshore, they do not return from offshore until the sea temperature at the coast drops below 19 degrees Celsius. The octopus repeats this migration. Laboratory breeding experiments have shown that when seawater temperatures reach 20 degrees Celsius, aquatic octopuses cannot obtain nutrients and become thinner, and when seawater temperatures exceed 25 degrees Celsius, they will die. It has long been known that octopuses can be caught in deep water in summer and shallow water in fall and early summer, but this is the first time sea temperature has been clarified as a factor, leading to seasonal migration. So where do octopuses lay eggs? Breeding locations are estimated from seawater temperatures and seafloor topography mapped and searched using unmanned probes that can take remote images on board. It will take time to investigate the entire ocean area, but we have narrowed our search to a certain extent. For example, on the Kodaira town coast on the Sea of Japan side, where fishing continues to be extremely poor, spawning grounds are believed to be in the reef area off the Mashike town coast, more than 30 kilometers away. Southern damage from seals and sea lions has also been blamed for the poor catch, but numbers have returned to normal levels since last fall, so food damage cannot be said to be the cause. Single cause. However, if it can be confirmed that the spawning area is located off the coast of Mashike town, it is assumed that avoiding fishing during the spawning season will help conserve resources. Until now, it was thought that the breeding and incubation sites of aquatic octopuses were easy to hide to protect eggs from predators, and that an environment with circulating seawater was essential to ensure an egg supply. Oxygen. However, observations at the town of Rausu on the east coast of the Shiotoko Peninsula have refuted that view. In summer off the coast of Rausu, water temperatures are relatively low even near shore, making it possible to observe octopuses incubating eggs in their burrows. When we observed the cave with the help of Katsunori Seiki, an underwater photographer living in town, we saw that the cave was quite tight and the mother octopus was displacing seawater. This year, we plan to measure the size of the cave. Hokkaido is currently building spawning reefs to increase octopus stocks, and observations at Rausu may be useful in determining the shape of spawning reefs and selecting locations for We Japanese are the most familiar with octopus in the world, as we enjoy takoyaki, sushi and octopus rice. I don't know what the cause or effect is, but the world's largest octopus lives nowhere else but in Japan. To be more precise, it appears to live in the northern Pacific Ocean, including Alaska and Canada, and in the northern seas northeast of Japan. The octopus is a green octopus, reaching its peak season in midwinter. Because the meat is tender, instead of eating it like takoyaki or octopus rice, you can make octopus shabu, boil it quickly with salt and eat it with soy sauce, chili or miso vinegar, or season it with olive oil. It's like carpaccio. Personally, I really like the octopus, but it's so big and impressive that no matter how many times I see it, I'm still overwhelmed. That's not unusual, since the average length of their arms is between 3 and 4 meters. When you think of octopus, the first thing that comes to mind is **Akashi octopus, also known as **Akashi octopus, probably the most commonly eaten type of octopus. You can imagine how big the water octopus is when its body length is approximately 60 centimeters. What is surprising is that in the past, people have found individuals about 9 meters long. What's even more surprising is their fishing method. A long line bottom fishing method called cara line involves tying an unbaited hook attached to the line and placing it on the ocean floor, where an octopus that passes over it is caught. When it comes to octopus, the octopus pot is probably the most famous. This fishing method has been practiced since the Yayoi period, taking advantage of the octopus's habit of seeking shelter in rocky areas because it has no shell. I can imagine an octopus getting into an octopus bowl, but one think it's strange that a large octopus would catch a hook without bait, but this is also a traditional fishing method that has been passed down from the Taisho period. There are many other ways to fish for octopus, such as cage fishing and barrel fishing, but the way I will introduce in this photo is fishing with a drumline. This fishing activity is mainly carried out on the Pacific side of Hokkaido. Skyline fishing is a very rare fishing method as it is only used for line fishing in the Shimokita region of Aomori Prefecture, with the exception of octopus fishing. Even among Hokkaido residents, most people are unaware of the existence of skyline fishing. Furthermore, the fishing gear and the way they are handled are also very unique, and if you visit the banyan tree during octopus fishing season, you will be surprised to see people working quietly and seriously, a complete change. Compared to the situation at the port, this work is called Nawa Sayami, and involves neatly arranging the ropes, hooks and other fishing gear that are hauled up with the octopus. This is the prep work to effectively tie the rope the next time you put it on the ocean floor. A surprising amount of fishing gear was piled up here and there. With the help of 4 to 5 crew members and 2 to 3 family members, they sayami the ropes, mainly on fishing holidays. The careful and quick arrangement of the needles and essential strings that have been rubbed by the ocean waves creates a solemn look on the colander, one by one, like the ingenuity of a craftsman. Neatly arranged fishing gear evokes the thoughts of fishermen and their families, both lovely and like a work of art. I wonder if people of the Taisho period spent time dealing with fishing gear in
やり始めたんで約4時間、半ですね。まだ、ポチポチとついているので、なんとか頑張って250キロぐらいは取りたいなとは思っております。はい、ちょっと疲れてきました。頑張ります。
While fishing using such devices, one must always keep an eye on the sea so as not to miss the octopus. They always focus on looking at the sea surface and waiting for the octopus to rise while pulling the rope. When the octopus is confirmed to be caught on the hook, it is quickly processed. Once fried, it is hooked with a hook and placed in the fish tank. This repeats. There seems to be a trick to timing and using a stick to take down a big, heavy octopus. The work requires extreme concentration and sometimes he has to spend half a day abroad. This is done every year on the ocean in Hokkaido in the middle of winter, when the day usually has negative double digits. A fishing boat is a boat that floats alone on the sea and catches fish. I really admire the fishermen who work off the coast of Japan, whether it's hot or cold. Japanese fishing involves catching small fish and shellfish, even catching the world's largest octopus. When you see a large octopus caught on a fish hook being fried, you can't help but feel the richness and wonder of Japan's oceans. Why is such a large octopus hanging on this small needle? Is there a reason why it's so big? Where and how do you spend your time? The more I think about it, the more questions I have. After all, you won't know unless you ask the octopus. Perhaps the sea is so attractive because it contains so many mysteries. In terms of the history of the earth and the history of life, there may be very little that we who live today can understand. However, I still want to face the sea and I am sure that I will continue to be fascinated by it. I'm looking forward to what discoveries I will make in the future and what kind of scenery I can see and feel with my own eyes.